not watered down. It's, you know, how as hot as it came off of my mind and my heart. That's what it is. And a lot of the times I get a little tangy, you know, tangy, bangy, ratchet, whatever, how you like to put it, classify it, but I like to say bangy, you know, because I'm classy.
Bangy is a little classier.
It's a little classier. That's got your pinky up. Right. Got your pinky up with that.
Okay, we got to keep the bees, the bougie, the bangy.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's created her own lane, Banji Soul. So let us know what how that is covered in the album that released on the 9th of this month, right?
Yes. Well, I did it to a number of industry tracks, including like the.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Salacious. Hello, is that better? Okay. Good evening. Welcome to tonight's Hump Day Discourse on Salacious Life with Dr. Wren. It's so nice to have you all here today. I have a lot to share with you. We have a lot of things going on. I wanted to start with just some like housekeeping type things. Salacious Life will not air next week. Because of the holiday, I will be traveling. I am going home for the holiday, so I won't be in town to do the show next week. But I will be here to do the last show of the month and the first show of December, and then I will be going on break until the first of the year. So I hope you guys, you know, bear with me. Stick with me, you know, while we, you know, celebrate these times we spend with our family and friends. You know, I want to go home. I'm tired of being up here in the Northeast. Like, people crazy up here. One of the things that happened today was, so I was having this conversation with this guy at work, and I said to him, I don't understand why every single lunch break you got 5, 6, 7 different women you going out with every lunch break, and you tell me you got a girl. And he was like, well, I did have a girl and now I don't. So I'm trying to get over, you know, this girl. And I said, okay. But I think it speaks to who you are, how you get over a relationship. Like, later on, I have a young woman is going to join me in the studio a little bit later, and she took a very creative approach to getting over a relationship. I think most people don't take good approaches to getting over relationships. They do whatever the hell they want to do. Like, you know how a lot of people will say, the best way to get over a relationship is to hurry up and date somebody else, or, you know, the best way to get over a relationship might be to, you know, go have sex with some random person. I just got a lot louder. Thank you, Nikki. You know, us Scorpios gotta stick together. No, it's definitely something to be said about how you manage yourself after you've been in a relationship with somebody. Like, one, you have to take time to look at the relationship and reflect. So, I mean, you're going to need to take a little bit of a break. You have to mourn the relationship. So, you know, I'm curious to know what people think is the best way to get over a bad breakup. So tonight, that's what we're going to be talking about. Hey, Josh, I see you listening. What do you think, Josh? What's your opinion on how to get over a bad breakup or a breakup of a bad relationship? Like, I want people to share with me tonight. If you want to call in, The number is 410-702-5657. Again, that's 410-702-5657. But I am definitely curious. I was thinking about it all day, and I haven't had a lot of really seriously bad breakups, like where it was some evil, nasty shit. So I haven't had to, really get over, a bad breakup. Usually it's, oh, we were just not getting along, or this isn't working, so we're just gonna move on. Like that's typically, the end of a relationship with Dr. Wren. Oh, we'll be friends, or we'll be cool, but that's, we just not gonna be anything more serious than that anymore. But people have serious breakups. They'll have these long relationships that are lasting 7, 8, 9, 10 years, maybe longer. Even a bad breakup could be after a relationship that was only like a year or two. You get vested in something, and then they have these like amazingly hard breakups, and it takes everybody down a notch. Usually I think most of these breakups have to do with typically it's either financial or like infidelity. Things weren't honest in the relationship. So I just wonder, what would be a good process. So I think you need to take a creative process to breaking up. Like I really think that you need to spend some time with yourself. You need to spend some time thinking about who you are and your needs and what they are. Because it's complicated. Like you can really destroy yourself by, I think, moving on too quickly. And even if you were the catalyst in the breakup, like even if you were the one being unfaithful to the relationship, or you were the one spending all the money when you weren't supposed to, like I still think you should be aware of the fact that like you have to take some time to own what you did and learn from it and reflect from it, because there's this old saying that says once a cheater always a cheater. Like, is that really true? Are people like really always cheaters? I don't know. I mean, that's not my thing. I'm not a cheater. I'd rather just be in a poly relationship than cheat on one person or another. So I wouldn't say that I'm a cheater. So that wouldn't be like a reason for someone to break up with me. I think I can be an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, I could definitely be that. I think we all got it in us. But I don't think cheating is my thing. But what if you were the cheater? What if you were the catalyst and the breakup? Like, what if it was your fault? Like, does that give you a pass on mourning the relationship? Like, because you wanted it to end? Does that give you, like, a free pass on how you handle the situation going forward? Because I feel like if you were the catalyst in the breakup, like, if it was your fault that y'all broke up, then you definitely need to spend some time with yourself, because you have to figure out what made you do what you did in the first place. I mean, doesn't everybody have a role to play in things? Like, I mean, nothing is one-sided. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speaking from my own experience and from what I think. Anybody feel free to chime in. But it was just a thought. But anyway, I went to lip service last night with one of my best friends. to support one of my friends, Matthew Lore, one of my colleagues, and it was great. Jahidi and the Brownfish were the Brownfish was performing last night. It was a good show. It definitely was. I'm glad I went out. I'm glad I supported. If any, I'll let you guys know if there's another one anytime soon. But it was cool. It was an open mic, so I got to hear some raw talent, which was definitely good. I just got a text from my mom saying my grandfather's all clear and going home, so I'm very excited right now. I know I'm completely off subject, but I just got that text. Yay, Grandpa, holding it down at 92 years old. Where was I at? That text threw me way off. Nikki, what'd I just say? Oh, yeah. So I went to open mic. But the reason I talked about open mic is because after open mic, Jahidi, Steve, and I were standing outside, and we got to talking about relationships. And Jahidi's married, and he was saying that, everything's lovely in his marriage, and I was very happy to hear that, because that's not something you hear people really say anymore. And I said to him, I was like, yeah, I think I want to talk about, some methods to get over bad relationships. I said, because, we carry so much baggage from our past relationships into our future ones that we really, weigh ourselves down, and we don't give ourselves a chance for the future. Even if we were the catalyst in the breakup of the relationship or the downfall of the relationship, I still believe that we need to put some effort into finding, should I say positive ways, Nikki? No, we need to find, what's the ways I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word. Constructive ways of getting over, or getting past a bad relationship, so that we don't carry the weight of the relationship into new encounters and endeavors. I mean, people, okay. I think people carry so much weight into new relationships. They go in there, if they were cheated on, they're either, well, I'm going to cheat on them before they cheat on me, or they are, already not trusting someone, already assuming that this person is bad for them, never giving people, the fair shot that they deserve as a new entity in your life, their life, you go in, so let's just say, this dude, good in bed, whatever, you know what you're used to, so you meet a new dude, you can't expect him to be good, the same way that your last relationship was good, not in the bed, your new guy might be better at giving head or giving massages, or his stroke may be better, or he might be bigger, or he might be smaller. You can't judge over. You have to get over your last relationship and leave your last relationship in the past. People, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she had been single forever. Forever. And she was doing something really stupid. She had this sense of entitlement because she had one stupid man at some point in her life who told her that because she was halfway cute, she didn't need to do anything for herself that somebody else needed to do for her. And it is hard. It is hard to get over. Yeah, it is hard to get over. But I was saying, so every relationship she got into going forward, she expected them to do what that guy did instead of giving them their own clean slate, like their own fair shot. And that's a problem, you know. That's a problem. And you're right, it is hard to get over past relationships. Like, you know, the key, I think, is to learn from them, not to carry them and impose them upon your new partner. We'll be right back with Salacious Life. We're going to take a quick break.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
But when I smoked weed, there was a D on that. When I smoked weed, my inhibitions actually weren't wild. You know, like I wasn't like, oh, I want to go fly on a kite or jump off this roof or something like that. No, it was quite the opposite. I was very laid back. I actually wanted to eat all the time. Gosh, and I never would get full. And I got sleepy. So I never wanted to go out and do something wrong, like break windows, drive under the influence. Definitely not drive under the influence. Because I wanted to go to sleep like very badly. Like, high sleep is the best sleep ever. Gosh. Irresponsible child abusers are going to have free access. That's not the truth, because if they do legalize it, they're going to probably put the same stipulations they do for cigarettes. Now, if you are under 18 and you wind up getting a pack of cigarettes, then that's what happens. I had a pack of cigarettes before I was 18. So what? Because they was, you know, cigarettes was in a machine that, you know, it wasn't nobody standing there. Right, you just pull a little knob and get your little pack of Newports and you go about your business. Now they're not. Now they're behind the counter. So now you have to ask the old person that doesn't have any money, standing outside asking you for $1. I'll give you $1 if you go get me some cigarettes. He will more than likely do it. He'll be like, how old are you? Does it matter, homeless? That's what they say to him. But if it was me, though, that's what they say to him. But if it was me, I'd have been like, can you go get me this pack of cigarettes? And he would be like, well, how old are you? Homeless. One word. That's it. You go get the damn cigarettes and you get this $1. No, I'm just playing. 2 Chainz Gamely.
The all-new season of Talk Lately. Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
Well, you have a lot of people retiring early. It's funny, a lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old, to Shaw Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So like you said, a lot of guys are making that change on their own now, because they're seeing a lot of things from the concussion movement,
right?
Stuff that's been happening. It's not the noun, it's the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging and the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
I haven't got a chance to see it. But
not the movie, but did you see those effects?
I have seen concussions in college where guys have played that whole entire game and didn't realize they was at a football game.
Wow.
But like before the big emphasis came about whole concussions and what's going on, we was taught you just run to the wall. You can't be soft. You shake it off and get back in it. So
the wrong attitude to have.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really internal. Like you really doing damage, not just to your bones,
right,
but to your mind.
Everything.
Right.
and later on down the line, because just like you said, once the game is over, when you've been in a game and you think about it, because I tell people the NFL, any sports, whether it's male or female, is a semi-military, because
yes,
you're told when to get up, when to work out, what to eat, when to play. All right, now you got a curfew. You got to be in the bed by this time. You do it for years and years, and all of a sudden, bam, it's done. So what do you do?
Right.
So just like in a military that have with PTSD, we have that because we so used to having a certain way. And I remember watching this Brian Gumbel on HBO, it was like years ago, and a guy would act like he was getting dressed, a real good football player, would walk his daughter to the bus stop, and he would come back in the house, close the curtains, and just sit there because he didn't know how else to handle himself. Because he was so used to being told what to do, because our schedule are laid out. By this time, you got to do this. By this time, you got to do this. Eat at this time, back on the field. So,
hey, what's up? This is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., and every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live, here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Who I was thoroughly impressed by, because she took a very, I think, creative and appropriate approach to getting over a bad breakup. And getting over a past relationship. So this is my friend Jade, and I'll let her tell you a little bit about herself before we get started.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Jade. Go by Jade the Jeweler. That's like my stage name. I've been writing poetry since I was about 6. I didn't have any siblings, so it was just easier to talk to like paper and pen
versus talking to yourself
or to myself. Exactly.
So people didn't think you were nuts.
Exactly. Which I probably am. It's not a big deal.
Right.
No. But I like always wrote, and like I performed in high school, and then I took a break. I go on these like tyrants all the time.
Absolutely. Artists have their processes. Yeah. So no, like not
I'm
in
a
the
work
studio,
in progress.
nobody's gonna
I'm a
judge.
work in progress.
Look,
definitely.
We all are.
Yeah. So I've been like working on a book and like different open mics and stuff. Yeah. So.
Well, I saw you perform, and what thoroughly impressed me, other than like you were just impressive in general, I loved the flow. I was able to move with it. Your word choices were very specific, which I love language. Yes. So that really, really caught my attention. There was this one piece you did, and it was a piece you said you did to get over this dude that hurt you. You said he hurt your feelings. And it was funny because I thought to myself, I know exactly what that feels like. Like, he hurt my feelings.
All of them.
Like, all of them. Like, he hurt all of my feelings. And you had this what I consider very creative but constructive way to go about healing from the breakup. And I want you to tell us. Oh, Steven said hi. She said hi. She's getting her phone together, Steve, but she'll be yours.
Like, I have no service, but it's okay. Friend's not loyal. It's fine.
Yeah. See, they talk about that little 1% difference between Verizon.
No, it's like 30. It's a solid 30.
There's a difference.
Yes.
There's a difference. No. But anyway, can you tell the listeners about this creative way you got over the breakup? Because like, I'm looking at you today, and you were like completely 100% in the new, like in the now. Like, there is no him, there's no baggage, like he's not there. Because one of the things I talked about before you stepped in was carrying unnecessary baggage from prior relationships into new relationships.
Absolutely.
And because it's bad, it's toxic. You go in there thinking that somebody's gonna cheat on you, like before they ever do anything, or you just assume the relationship is going to go bad before anything happens. It's like, it's almost like you force it, or like you just put it into the universe. You make it prophetic, so then it does manifest itself in your relationship, and not because of anything other than your mind not being clear when you walked into the next relationship.
That's so true.
So I want you to tell the people a little bit about the process you went through breaking up with that individual and kind of coming to where you are today. Yeah.
Okay. So it was rough. But there were so many signs there from the beginning. So this millennial whole thing is talking. So we were talking. It wasn't a committed relationship. I'm sick of that. But we played house. I guess that's what we'll call it.
Oh yeah. So y'all lived together?
No.
No, you just
I was his girlfriend, but I didn't have a title. Right. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Right. So that gives you a valid answer to make everything else fine. But it was about 2 years. The first year.
2 years of talking.
We're building up to a relationship. I'm not ready yet. Okay. Cool.
So what happens? Like, I'm not a millennial. I'm a Generation Xer. But
but you look good. So
but thank you very much. I just had a birthday last week.
Oh, happy birthday.
What is the difference? All right, so like after you talk. Is the next step girlfriend or the next step like wife?
The next step is girlfriend, which is odd. Because
and then how long? I mean, I know it's not a defined time, but like
no, seriously. Because I thought 2 years I was your girlfriend, and like we should be heading down another road.
Now the next road, right?
So I thought, but I think people use the term talking so that if they mess up, they don't have to be held accountable for their actions.
They don't have to be held responsible. Hold on, I'm just making a timeline here.
No, because you be cracking up.
You gotta talk, right?
Right, you gotta
talk.
And
you did that for 2 years.
And then it ended. It's fine.
And then it ended. Okay, hold that thought.
Okay.
Because you know what? She's already telling me we gotta pay a bill. So we're gonna take a break, let the commercials run, and we're gonna get back to your timeline here because I'm very curious now. You sparked my interest on talking and what talking means and how to. Then we'll get into how to get over this nasty relationship. So be right back with Salacious Life.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Monty from Talk Lately. I want y'all to sit back and listen to this flashback. We be tripping.
I mean, really, but I mean, he might have. I got him maybe jacking her up.
The kids said he did it.
But this is Floyd Mayweather punching her head repeatedly, and like she doesn't have like brain damage.
No, she didn't have brain damage. I don't think he was hitting her like that. Or he probably was like, say something else. Say something else.
That
he probably wasn't like tagging her.
Right.
He probably was just like, and the kids was like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
Why do they have the accent? Why do his kids have the accent?
I just pictured them looking like African. I didn't want to have to admit that. I don't know what they're going to do about my mouth, but just check out the show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's more of the same right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Hey everybody, it's Monty, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website. Check it out.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Last time on Talk Lately.
He don't have Down syndrome. His
Man
features
killed
are
after
normal.
being shot in Charm City Circulator. That's dark. It says a 26-year-old man was killed after being shot on the Charm Circulator bus Wednesday afternoon. Police... Oh, that was last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. It wasn't dark. He did that. His shooting was on Saturday. Police found the victim who had been shot in the stomach at 2:50 p.m. at the bus on the 200 block of South Broadway and Gulf Street.
So he was on
It is
that
over
bus.
east.
Yeah, it's the one that's coming from John Hopkins.
Police believe the suspect and victim argued, then got onto the bus. The bus was still stopped when the shooting
1
occurred.
minute.
The suspect wearing a black hoodie, black pants, black shoes, white soles. Matt. I know that was that mastermind down there. Okay, somebody go look for mastermind. Hello?
At that point, it's time to go for a break.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
On Salacious Radio. We've got Jade the Jeweler here, and she was telling us, giving you guys, because I kind of know the story, but I'd rather her share the story. And we're going to go through this timeline because even I'm learning things while I'm listening to her. This whole talking thing, like what does it mean to be in a talking relationship versus a committed relationship versus a marriage? We'll get to that in a little bit. So she was talking, just to recap, she was talking to this guy for 2 years up until March of this year. So you were talking to this guy, and apparently you weren't his girlfriend after two years.
And he told me that we were working towards it, and I was like, okay. And like, I'm not one to rush into anything.
Right.
I don't know the real timeline. Like, I don't do this often.
Yeah,
like, it's not a program. I was like, okay, like if we're working towards it, and you're telling me that,
because women, we like to just have a common goal with the person we're dating. Like, okay, it doesn't have to be rushed, but we're headed in this direction. Like, we're both on the same page. But you guys, apparently, we're not even in the same book.
Yeah,
fuck the same page. Y'all weren't in the same book.
Like a series of anything.
You weren't even in the same library.
No.
No.
Nothing. And it's okay. Now it's okay.
It's okay. It wasn't okay.
Yeah.
So, what happened? Like, if you don't mind me asking, like...
So, it was just a lot. Like, collectively, it's just a lot. But how it ended, he, like, blocked me on Instagram and posted a picture of this girl that he had been seeing for some time. He was seeing both of us. At the same time. So I was like, okay. But like, I had friends that like knew about it and didn't tell me. So I was like, wow, like that's deep. Like, okay. So I was super hurt because I'm like such a giving, loving, innately like that type of person.
Absolutely.
So it was stressful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But
I mean, you had to feel somewhat blindsided.
Oh my goodness, I was so confused. I was like, wait, what? Like, what did I do? Like, this can't even be karma. Like, I don't know what this is. So I decided to write him away.
So you wrote him away. So, you know, earlier in the show, I talked about what are some of the ways we could approach healing and getting over bad relationships. And one of the things that attracted me most to your work was that you wrote him away.
I did.
Like, you didn't go kill him. You didn't go beat his ass.
Thought about it.
You didn't beat her ass. You didn't jump on the first dick riding by. You know what I mean? Like, because that's a common way to get over it. They're like, I'm gonna just go fuck whoever, you know. And okay, I feel better now. No, bitch, you don't. Like, you really don't.
You still have all your baggage.
You still have all your baggage with you, and that baggage is gonna move with you to the next relationship. But you wrote him away, which in my mind was a very healthy and productive and just constructive.
And
way.
so many women can relate, to that piece. I have a couple pieces about them, but a lot of people are like, oh my God, like I went through the same thing.
Because a lot of our lives, I mean, are parallel. Like we walk, we deal with the same shit. I mean, most women can relate to each other. It may not be exactly the same, but
it's definitely like a secret, like a quiet secret society of women that are all broken, feeling the same thing, and don't talk about it. But we're all going through it.
But we should talk about it, and we should go through it. Like even the dudes I know, like I encourage them. I'm like, yo, you know, like if you ever go back and look at any, like I know we just met, so. But if you ever go look at any of my older shows, like I stay surrounded by a bunch of men going through whatever they're going through, you know? Because I'm like, it's okay for them to go through something. Feel it. It's valid because you're feeling it.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be right or wrong. It doesn't matter. It's a feeling, so it's valid because you have it.
I agree. Definitely agree.
So, March of this year. How did it end? Like you just heard it and you just separated?
No, so we also have like a lot of the same friends. So I'm like seeing this picture of this girl and I'm like, oh my God, like I just can't believe it. It was just really, really stressful. I cried. I never cried over a guy, but I was like boo-hooing. I mean, real face, real ugly. Crying.
Oh man.
It was bad for like probably like the first like week. I was like really weepy. And I was like, Jade, like you're stronger than this. Like you've been through everything. I'm better than this.
You're better than that.
I was like, I've been through this all. I was like, I can write him away. Like, it's nothing. So I, like, had bits and pieces that I started. And then that one was the one I, like, took and ran with. And I was like, okay. And then I memorized. I started performing it. And I would, like, get sad. And it wasn't until yesterday I was like, I'm really over it. Like, I couldn't remember it anymore.
Right. Like, you had said enough, though. Like, and I don't know if you heard me because I was completely inappropriate. Because I had forgotten I was in a room with other people. I got really selfish last night. It was just me and you in that room, and everybody else was not there because when you was like, I can't remember the words, I was like, you've said enough. It's okay, girl. And I just, like it was just me and you in that room. And because it was enough. Like, you got to a point of closure at that point of your work. And it was like, she don't need to remember any of the rest of it because she went through it and it closed. And there was that.
No, it felt so good. Like, because it hurt
you
so
looked good. Like, you looked like, and you weren't even going to perform. I convinced you outside before you even came in the building.
Definitely
to perform. Like, I wouldn't even let you in the building. Right. It wasn't even my show. And I was like, no, you should perform. No, I really think you should do something. If you can do it, you should do it. You know,
you and Steve had me cracking up. I was like, I mean, I guess.
Right. And then you get in, I'm like, there she go. Like, she's going to perform. And Matthew was like, yeah, so, you know, this is going to perform. I was like, oh, I know she's going to perform. Because I told her to perform downstairs before she came in. No, it was definitely a good time. That was a good
It was a really good show.
I had a long conversation with Jahidi after
Oh my
the
God,
show.
he's amazing.
Oh, he's past amazing. Like, absolutely. He gave me all his work for my birthday, like, as a birthday present yesterday. So I went home, like, Steve was driving, and I'm holding all
like
these CDs like a baby. So then I come in the house, so last night, we came in, and I had cooked, so he ate something. And he comes and bangs on my door. And I'm like, what? Like, because at this point, we're sleepy. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We both had to get up in the morning. And I was like, what? And he was like, I'm going to bump some of those CDs in my car this week. I was like, they're downstairs. Like, they're in our house. Like, anything that's in our house is ours. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, just take them. They're on the arm of the sofa. He was like, oh, I thought they was in there with you. Because he don't come in my room.
Right. Because you need your space.
Right. Like, I don't really go in his room. He don't really come in my room. Except for every so often I get one of my locks stuck on my bed. And then I'll be like, Steve! My hair is stuck. You know, he thinks that's funny. I don't find it very funny because my hair is really stuck.
Oh.
You know, my lock get twisted around in there. I don't even know how I do it. And they're long. Like, you've never seen it, but they're like down on my elbow.
Oh. I can imagine.
You know.
Definitely.
But I like the idea. Like, so, I can't remember, like, all the words But I remember all the feelings I felt when I was listening to it. And it's funny because I'm not just getting over a breakup, but like you said, we've all been through something, some fashion of feeling like that person treated us grimy. Like we got the short end of the stick, you know? And hey Mark, I got your messages today. I'm going to see if I can get back from Carolina to participate in the Thanksgiving one. If not, you can already write me in for Christmas because I'll be here. So I'll definitely. Mark is spearheading a not a fundraiser, but like a give back. I'll tell you all about it. See, Steve said, I know, I thought you took it with you. Like, he thought the CD, I didn't take the CDs with me. Downstairs. You know, they were downstairs. Like, I had laid them out all neat on the sofa because I was excited that we had them. Like, when I tell you, I was carrying those CDs as if it was my new child. And I set them very gently on the arm of the sofa when we came in the door. Plus, we were starving. And we didn't want to really eat I didn't want the food that they were serving.
Oh, my God, it was so good.
Yeah, but I'm funny. Okay. Like I like to cook.
Oh, okay.
And so I laid them out. I took a little picture. I was like, I got all the CDs. I mean, like he had given me like 4 or 5 in the beginning, and then I don't know how we got on my birthday, and he was like, "Oh, I missed your birthday." And he dug back down in that bag and came out with more. Sweet. I was like, oh my God, you guys are, you know. You saw, we had our little moment with our old school hip hop at the end. Like,
I was like, what are these words?
What are these words? Because you didn't know.
I knew like a little bit, sort of, but I had a little bounce, little sugar bounce. Yeah. I was ready.
Because some of it was like just old enough, or just young enough that it hit your generation. Right. There was a few that were like, I was a teenager when they came out. So, like, you know, you had to be comfortably 35 and over to know the words to those songs, you know. Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you. Feed the Homeless. Sorry, Mark. I was having a serious brain fart. So he's doing Feed the Homeless. Okay. And, you know, I'll be out of town. But for this particular one, but it's a great event, a great idea. You know, Mark is always doing things, you know, giving back to the community, trying to support people who are less fortunate. So that's my homie. I've known Mark for a long time. Mark, I've known you since 2002. Yeah, what's that, 15 years? We go way back. So if anybody else wants to participate in the Feed the Homeless, I'll post it on my page so you guys can see it. And if you can help, like, by all means, please do. You know, I really would be there if I wasn't going home to see my 92-year-old grandfather. Because how many more holidays, you know, I can't say that I'm going to have a lot more holidays. And not that the homeless aren't important to me, because they really are.
Absolutely.
But I love my grandpa, and I'm just feeling a little bit on the selfish side. Like, I want to hug my grandfather.
Yes.
And y'all ain't going to tell me nothing about it.
Nope.
Like, that's what I want to do.
I just wrote a piece about my grandmother this week. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Like, I haven't seen my grandpa since May.
Oh, my goodness.
So, it's like, I know that don't seem like a long time, but it is when you're 900 miles apart.
Right.
You know, 800 miles apart. Like, I miss his big ass. Y'all tall and that's how he, you know, y'all southern and tall. Yeah, we go way back. But I just miss him. I just want to, like, lean up on him and get all that wisdom, that old serious wisdom. Plus, I think there's a certain inherent strength that you take from your like spending time with your grandparents. If any of you guys are blessed to still have grandparents, please make time for those people.
I was just saying this.
Make time for them.
Talking about
because it's important. So back to your story, because we have gotten off topic. So March, y'all broke up. You started to write him away. Was it a quick process to write him away, or did it take you time to construct that? Because it really was, it was extraordinary. Like, your piece was extraordinary because you could really just move with you. Like, you moved with you through this breakup and through this pain. Like you were there. Like it was almost like watching a movie. You know, I mean, it was good. It was great. So was it something that just kind of poured out of you?
It did.
Okay.
I think I woke up at like 3 o'clock one morning and just wrote it. And then I usually go to Snaps and Laughs. It's like a comedy and poetry show. I perform there a lot.
Yeah.
So I did it there. I like read it off my phone. I was like, I just need to get something off my chest.
No, absolutely.
And I got it right off. And then I was like, okay, that's a good piece. So, but it was a splashdown. Like it came to me. I probably wrote it in like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, that's what's like, guys. If you ever get a chance, I don't know if do you have it written anywhere?
No,
Do you still have?
My book comes out next year.
It'll be in the book. So, you know, we'll make sure that we stay in touch with Jade, so that get the book, read this piece, like really, guys, like read this piece is amazing. Everybody could relate to it, male or female. You can relate to this feeling, and so everybody's definitely got to read the piece, and get familiar, you know, because it really did. Like I was sitting there like. I told you, I got selfish. Nobody else was in that room. It was like you were telling me a story, and I was hanging on your every single word. Then you were like, "Oh my God!" It was like I forgot what happened next, and I was like, "It's alright." Like
it's okay.
You brought the story full circle. At that point, I don't even know where you would have taken it from there. I'm going to read it in the book and find out where you took it. It's like a little bit of like what's it called, cliffhanger? Like on the end of a show, and you're like, what happens next week? That's what I would, you know, I'm at that point right now. That's funny. Steve says, I'll make sure we stay in touch with Jade.
It's so funny.
You know, you come over the house anytime, you know, let me know. I love to cook.
Dinner.
Yeah, I was going to say I love to cook. And you guys have that in common. You both like to eat, so I'll make some food. So it just poured out. 15 minutes, and then what happened? Did it still? So was it just like out of you at that point, and you just instantly felt better, or did it go through the process of you performing it?
Performing it, like I felt it when I performed it. Like I used to get really sad or like real anxious when I was performing it. And then we also have a lot of the same friends, so like people are like, "Oh, I know who this is about," and I'm like, "All right, but don't say nothing," because some people don't know.
Right. And but even if you do know, like, respect your process.
Absolutely.
You see
and
what I'm saying?
It was definitely a process because I actually ran into him like a couple weeks ago. And when I got home, I cried. And I was like, whoa, I thought I was good. So between those few weeks ago and now, like, I guess it's all out of my system.
Yeah.
Like,
because that was, you look like you were not unhappy.
Right.
Does that make any sense? Like, you did not look unhappy. You look energized. Like, your energy could be felt. And it was a very positive pulse of energy. It was bright. It was not like, I'm so sad and I'm still trying to get over this man that treated me like shit. Like, it was not
like I'm
even
good
that. Like, it was like, let me tell you, this shit happened, but
I'm back with the
I'm back. You know, right. I'm back. I'm smarter. I'm harder. Like, I know more. I know how to move forward. Like, I love the fact that, like, so you had this talking thing that never manifested into the relationship side of things. And you realized that doesn't work for you.
And I also realized that sometimes people are just the boy that you want, but not the man you need. Because there's a difference.
I've found, this is really funny, and I found that I've got some seriously cool men in my life, but I found out this, like, over the years with lovers and husbands and stuff. Okay, but let me just get this one point out. The man you need very rarely is the same person as the man you want. They don't, like, the package that you want is not typically the man you need or the person you need. You know, like that, they're not typically one and the same. Like, if you can get the package you want and the man you want in the same, like, you done did some shit. But I would be a little leery because that's almost one of those too good to be true type situations. Yeah. Hang on to that thought. We'll be right back. Oh, never mind. We're not going to be right back. We're going to keep it moving. Because I had a good thought. But, No, because like I think about, you know, the men in my life, like my dad, my friends. You know, you met one. I got a serious network of really strong, beautiful, spirit-wise, like men in my life. You know, just good people. They move in a benevolent way.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think about these guys as I think about relationships going forward, because my daddy used to say to me, "Don't you date a guy that can't treat you better than me." Well, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, for a little girl, daddy is the first man you fall in love with. Daddy, granddaddy, uncles, those are the men that set the tone for every man that we date forever. You know, whoever that man was in our lives as young, I mean, we're talking young, 6, 7 years old. You know, when we first started self-analyzing, because it's not really that we're looking outward, like we were attracted outward. What it was is that we were aware of ourselves. So when we needed them to teach us that we were beautiful, smart, because it just doesn't come the same from mom. You know what I mean? Like, and not that my mom wasn't, you know, she was a cool bitch. You know, she, you know, no, she cool. But for, you know, my father, and I know I don't have your typical relationship with a father, just because he was, you know, he was really in my life, you know, versus most men aren't. That isn't the case. But there's usually a man in your life. It might be granddad, it might be an uncle, even might be like a step parent. There's usually a man in a young girl's life that would play this role. And I think it's important, if you are a man, to know this. Like, if you're around a 6 or 7 year old, 8-year-old girl, she is very self-conscious, and she does not know how she's supposed to be treated. So you start setting the tone for how she is to learn, you know, what she learns, how she's supposed to be treated. So if you open the door for her, or you tell her she's smart, or you tell her she's pretty, see, she'll believe that man in her life, you know, whoever that person is in her life. And it's typically not mom, you know, because she's looking at mom like your mom, like you're just, you know, the competition is almost in play, you know, at that point, because you know that mother-daughter competition shit that happens, you know, it's real, you know, and we don't do it on purpose. I think it's just, it is just what it is. It's real. My dad and my stepdad, I mean, really took effort into making sure that I knew what it was to be treated like a lady. So that by the time I was grown, I accepted nothing. Like, you know, I ain't gonna tell you how many dates I didn't go on because the guy didn't come to my door and ring the bell. Because he, you know, beeped the horn or some shit. I was like, do I look like a puppy?
Because it's a no for me, dog.
Like,
please open the car door.
Please come.
I'm going to stay here. And if I stay too long, then I'm
just going to leave. Like, the Uber, like, it used to be, see, there wasn't no Uber when I was a kid. And we did have, like, yellow cabs and stuff like that. Like, I ain't that old, you know. We wasn't on horseback. No, but, my father used to give me $20, $25 every time I went out on a date. And it was called Just in Case They Act the Fool money.
Yes.
And that money was not to be spent on the date or during the date. It was to be spent if this nigga decided he was going to act up so that I could get in a cab and come home. And at the time when I was in high school, you know, we lived in Maryland. I went to high school north of Baltimore, and we lived in, like, not far from here. We lived in downtown Baltimore. So it cost my father, it cost $25 to go from where we lived to my school. So I had to stay within the radius of that. And my school was pretty far out. So, I mean, I could pretty much go anywhere in the city or county, even into Anne Arundel County when I was a kid, because as long as I could get home with that $25. So just in case they act the fool money. And I'll never forget, like, I did just like you said. He opened the door initially when we went out. But when we were coming back, he jumped in the car, and I'm standing there like, So he reaches over and pushes the door open from the inside. I had that same face. Like I wish you guys could see her face like I could see her face. Like she just did this. Just not quite enough, right? And I've always been one of those people who try to show that the guy that I'm out with respect as a man. Mm-hmm. You know, like even if it's my home, like Steve knows, like I still play the lady. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just my homeboy. You know, like I try to show respect, right? As them don't overstep my back. You know, I mean, I'm a female. I mean, it's not that I can't handle myself. I can't handle my own, but
as a man, like
as
that's
a man, what you're made to do. Like
you got one job, buddy.
Be a man. You know, so you know, I'm looking for you to open the door, not because of anything else, except for you're showing me that I'm worth your extra effort because I'm a lady and I've conducted myself in a way that you were a man. So I'm showing you respect as a male. Show me respect as a lady. Show me that I'm worth 5 extra steps. Thank you, Larry. Larry says, yes, you are, lady. Larry takes care of all those things for me, too. You know, see, I'm telling you, I got a strong network of men in my life. I love them.
It's so important.
It's so important. But I can't help it. And half the time, I don't even do it on purpose. Like, I do it even when I'm walking in the store and I'm alone. Let me get to a storefront at the same time as a man, and I lean and look at, like, I can't help it. It's like it's in me.
And a lot of people don't know these rules. Like when we're walking on the street.
Yeah, on the inside.
I'm on the inside.
You're on the inside.
If I'm anywhere other than the inside, we're not.
So, do you know where that came from? Like where that? No. All right. So, back before I was born, in horse and buggy days, there used to be a splash up, and the man stood on the outside so that he got splashed by the horse and buggy, and the woman would stay clean.
Oh.
So that's where that came from.
I love that.
If a woman was, we're just going to say a happy time girl, she would walk on the outside because he wasn't protecting her. So, you know, she was a happy time girl. You know, she was being paid for her company.
Okay.
So yeah, guys, put your daughter on the inside. You know, put your children on the inside, regardless. But put your lady on the inside. Show her that you care. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with Salacious Live.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all. You can have my belly right now. I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt. Somebody said they need a butt.
I can use a little extra tissue there.
I can pop it. Right now.
He out here giving out butt cheek donations. Hey everybody, it's your girl, the magical glow getter herself, Anissa Maureen, co-host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Catch me and the rest of my team every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
It's time for flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was just
a long one, you know.
He's dead.
Oh, 6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
while
death.
They were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Okay. Probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like you're dating, you know you're dating your dad, right? Y'all look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of him. You know he gay, right, Percy?
Why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't. Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh, man. Even today, it's still funny. Oh, my gosh. If you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately. And it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to Be Exposed Radio.
Be Exposed Radio.
And more money, let them know. Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back. Because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
About my son trying to get his foothold as a man,
right,
and wanting to put his mom on the inside because she's a lady.
She's a lady.
And, you know, he thinks he's a man. You know, he has a shadow from his nose on his lip that he thinks is a mustache, but it ain't nothing but the way the light hitting his nose. Right? But he thinks it's a
Let
mustache.
his peach fuzz flourish.
Well, look, I'm happy that he even cares enough. You know, he does little things every so often that just reminds me that I think he'll be alright in the relationship department. Like he runs to grab doors and hold, you know, carry bags and pull out chairs and stuff like that. But for like the women I watch him at school, you know, do that kind of stuff, like for his teachers and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, he gonna be alright. Like he asked me, he got a little girlfriend. Is the only boy I know you take from a co-ed school, you put him in an all-boys school, and he meets a new girl. But because there's a girls' school around the bend, and he got him a new girl, right? She's a pretty little girl, smart thing.
Yes.
But he asked me, we were sitting there talking, and he go in his phone, because he's always in his phone. Drives Steve crazy. His whole life is like
right
this
there.
in itself. But he asked me, he said, Mom, how do you treat a girl you really like? It was real random. Like I was doing something else.
Right.
And he was face deep in the phone. We were just kind of sharing space, but we weren't really communicating. And it was a real random question. He said, Mom, how do I treat a girl I really like? First, after I got over my nigga, you 9 and I love you and you're my son and you can't have a girlfriend and oh my God, you're gonna be my baby forever moment, because I had that. Right. I went through all of that.
All emotions.
And then I looked at him because I have to give him an honest answer, right? And I've thought about every girlfriend he would have for the rest of his life, right? And how I would have wanted somebody to talk to my boyfriends, you know what I mean? So I looked at this little dude and I said, well, because I couldn't think of anything better than this. I said, treat them the way you would want a man to treat your mom. Right? Because he seems to be fond of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he seems to like me alright enough, you know? So I was like, treat her the way you would want a man to treat your mother. And he looked at me like, phone came down.
Okay.
I said, and he said, I can do that. And then he went right back to the game. Like we had not just had this to me, it seemed like a profound conversation. Because I thought to myself, like, how do I treat a man I like?
Right.
I treat him the way I want a woman to treat my father or treat my brothers, you know, respectfully. Love them, feed them, hold them, hug them, whatever. Wipe their little feet, whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, make them happy. Be their place of solace. I think as women, we can easily be a man's place of solace.
Absolutely.
And, so I don't know. But this dude just went back to playing Naruto. We just do this.
Because to him it was nothing. It was no big deal. But to you, that's my baby.
My baby got a girl. How am I gonna so I'm sitting there taking notes, right? Because I'm like, how am I gonna teach this boy how to get over? Imagine that first big breakup. And I'm gonna want to kill that girl, and I can't. So I'm trying to gather information because I haven't had too many bad breakups. Like, we kind of just agree to disagree and went our separate ways,
That's
right?
good.
I'm still friends with most
of them.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like 98%, like most of them. I think, for the exception of like one, you know. So I'm gathering information, and I like. So my son is like you. He's a writer. He's a talker. He could easily go up on stage and do what you did at 9, which impresses me because I can't do that.
Really?
No. And I'm a writer, but I'm not a poet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm a writer.
Like short stories and stuff.
I write short stories. I write long stories. I like vignettes because it's like just a complete thought.
Right.
You know, it's not quite a short story. It's just, let me just take this thought. You know? But there's no pattern to it like poetry. You know, there's no, A, B, there's none of that. Like, it's just a thought, and that's it. But a poet, to me, is very impressive. And a poet who can perform their work is even more impressive, you know. Speaking of writers, I will get to that. Don't let me forget. I gotta talk about. I'm gonna put a contest together for writers. I think I'll launch it on Friday, actually. So let's talk about it real quick. So I have a group of what do they call it? Literary agents. Coming to an event of mine in December, and I wanted to give someone an opportunity to perform their work for these literary agents in the idea that they may get a publishing deal or get publishing rights. I mean, because you can self-publish all day, but when you have a publishing company behind you, they can really it can really be pushed. So the idea is to have as many people as I can submit their work, and me and my partner at Suno, we sit there, we go through it, and we pick a great writer and we give them the opportunity to perform their work. Now, granted, we're going based on their written work. We have no clue how they're going to perform it. That's when they got to bring their A game. They've got to sell their self to these literary agents, and there's going to be people in the audience. I mean, this is a super exclusive thing. Like, we're not even selling tickets. Like, it's a super exclusive little situation. This is really for this. I just want the conclave just wants this. We just want to be able to put somebody out there, throw somebody up in the hopes that they can make it to the next level.
That's awesome.
Not getting anything from it ourselves except for the idea that we've helped somebody.
Right.
So I'm gonna launch, and I will keep an eye on Facebook, and I'll post it throughout Facebook and on Salacious Life, and I'll even post it on the radio page. So guys, keep an eye out because I'm gonna put the rules out there. So if you know any other writers, anything, have them submit their work, because we're gonna pick from this work, and we're going to, I have work that I'm gonna be throwing myself out there. I'm gonna have work of my own that I'm gonna be performing. There are other writers that I'm friends with or colleagues with that are gonna be performing. We wanted to give somebody that we don't know outside of our circle, just somebody brand new, new That's face. Good. Just give them a leg up.
Yeah.
Give them a leg up. I'll have several literary agents in that audience. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to tell them who is who.
Right.
So nobody's going to be able to sit there. No.
That's good.
You know, but they're just going to be there in the hopes that one or all of us, if we're lucky, I mean, I don't know, but that a literary agent can pick us up and kind of push us along. Yeah, I mean, you know, book proposals are hard to write, and when you but there are times where you can get in there. I don't know. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. She was hanging a set of keys. Are they your keys?
No, my keys are here.
Okay. Then no, I don't know whose keys they are. Somebody had some keys, but that's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? I mean, you know, just to give somebody a chance. Because I mean, a book.
Like
if you get a advance on a book, you know, it's like they like what your work is. You submit the work. I've seen people get $20,000 advances on a book.
Yeah.
It's just so that all they do is sit there and write. They don't work anywhere else. Like that's the idea of an advance on a book. So I mean, somebody could really make out and really be able to focus on their art, you know. And I'm not limiting it to just poets or just short story writer, novelists, like all, whatever. Like just bring your A game, you know. Like that's really how I'm gonna carry it. Like bring your A game, you know. I almost want to make it anonymous so that I don't know who it is, and I may still do that where it's just like, you know, send it to this email address.
Right.
We're gonna read it.
That would be
and
cool.
if we pick one, we're gonna send an email back to that email address and say, okay, now tell me who you are.
That's a good idea.
Do you know what I mean? Just to keep it so that I don't want any kind of influence. Yeah, I just wanted to. I don't want to know that it's a girl or know that it's a guy or what have you. You know, you could be a guy that, I don't know. Like you could be, you know, I mean, you could be anything. You know,
people can write from like other persons. So
from other. I do that all the time. I write from a male's voice all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and probably because I'm surrounded by guys all the time, I hear them in the crazy shit that comes out their mouth, and sometimes not so crazy. But most of my friends are men, so it's like I'm hearing them talk. I write all the time from a male's point of view. Like, what is this? And then I ask them, like, what does that really feel like when a girl does this? Or what does it really look like to you? Like, is this accurate? Am I right? You know, I remember the first time I asked a guy what a vagina looked like to him. And he said, what? You know, it's a beautiful flower, something. He said, right. And I'm looking at him like, that shit looks like the Predator. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know? Okay. But that's exactly like, I was like, come on now. Right. Like, we were not born yesterday. Like, that shit looks.
We're not born yesterday.
Like, come on now. Like, he's like, nah, it looked like a flower, something or another. I'm like, it looked like a flower. Like, that's what it really looked like to you. It looked like a flower to you. Like, okay.
Like, what type of flower? Because it wasn't a rose. Definitely wasn't a rose.
Like, it wasn't a rose. Like, I might say a lily. Maybe just because it has that, like, a lily has a really open bloom look. But, definitely wasn't a rose. I got roses for my birthday.
Like an old tulip, maybe? An old tulip.
Yeah, where after it starts to kind of fall open. Yeah, but then you want to think about a vagina as something that's just falling open. Like, because the idea is that you want to be fit, like, you know, in the gym. You know what I mean? So you don't want to think of it as, like...
I wasn't talking about my own. I mean, just
right. We were just talking about somebody else's, right? Of course, we were talking about, you know. Okay. We weren't talking about ours. We were just talking about, in general, I guess it could look like a tulip. That's had a few birthdays.
A few birthdays?
There's nothing wrong with having a few birthdays, you know.
Just a couple. Not too many.
Not too many. Just, you know, just a few. I just, you know, I love my birthday, but I stopped getting older like 10 years ago. You know, I was like, yeah, I think I'm done aging. Yeah. Like, I'll celebrate my birthday because it's like New Year's to me. That's when I make all my new resolutions of how I'm going to improve the next year and who got to stay in the year before. I take a lot of time reflecting. Like, I was up in that house, like a hermit crab for, like, a couple days, like, in my head. Like, nah. Like, down, going down a checklist. Check, you're going next year. You're going into next year. You gotta go. All I could visualize was, hey, Ray. Thanks for tuning in. I know you're like, it's got to be like the crack of dawn where you are. I think he's like 6 hours ahead of us, 7 hours ahead of us, something like that.
Where
but
is he?
thank you for tuning in, German.
German, guten Tag. I did take German for like 6 years. So I got
Hear that, Ray? She said guten Tag.
Wie heißt du? I know a little bit.
But, yeah, shit. I done lost my train of thought. There's the whole guten Tag thing just messed me up because I like saying hello different ways because it's fun. We'll just go to break. We'll be right back with Salacious Life because my mind went somewhere else.
Just a Bit Outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is. You know, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, you know, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, you know, they're losing right now.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all. You can have my belly right now. I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt. Somebody said they need a butt.
I can use a little extra tissue there.
I can pop it. Right now.
He out here giving out butt cheek donations.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the magical glow getter herself, Anissa Maureen, co-host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Catch me and the rest of my team every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Yeah, this the man that holds it down, Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
I'm in a relationship. My girl happens to be long distance. So with that being said, I beat my thing like it owes me money. Sorry.
Because I asked that because so many people are not comfortable.
Here's my thing. It's mine.
That's right.
And you need to know yourself before you can have somebody please. If you can't tell nobody how to please you, if you don't know how to please yourself.
That's right.
You know what you like. You know what you like. You know the stroke, all that. So you're right. And I mean, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. It's your body. Yeah, I'm over here struggling with the ear.
Yeah, I'm glad it's you today. I'm glad it's you today, brother.
Oh, this thing going to drop. It's going to drop about at least like 5 times.
I'm over there struggling.
So ED, do you have a problem with masturbating?
No, I don't. I don't masturbate often because I have a fear of going blind. So, yes. When I found, yes.
You could go blind from
yes. I read about it. Is that true? No. It's not true.
It's not.
Okay.
Because I was going to say I should have been blind a long time ago.
Let me drop some knowledge on you real quick.
I was just playing.
But
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. So Marnie's been busted in the studio, and apparently it must be hot in here. Now I can't tell because I've been sitting in here.
And I'm anemic, so it
and
feels
she's
great.
anemic, so it feels great to her. But he walked up in here, he was like, "No, not ever."
Oh, I was all comfortable. Like, a little sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. I mean, my hands actually feel chilly, but apparently it's hot in here. I guess this little heater is putting off a little bit.
It is a heater in here. Okay.
Yeah, I never even noticed it. But It's got to be on low. It's not putting off like a lot of heat at all. I don't know. I turned the lights out because, one, I ain't beat my face, and I was like, I'm not going to have the light shining on me, and I didn't do a whole lot for my face, you know.
I just believe in a good brow and a decent lip.
Yeah, you got to have a good brow and a decent lip.
Good brow and decent lip. That's important.
And I didn't even touch up my black lipstick before I came on, so I was like...
It's fine. The dimples are popping though.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know, and if I can deflect from my not having on eyebrows and because I don't grow them, not because of anything else except for the fact, like I have to pencil them on because I don't grow them. So if I can deflect from that, and I'd be like, just look at
the dimples,
because
that's important.
This facial defect is apparently very cute.
A facial defect.
It really is a defect. It's a hole in the muscles.
No, it's
not. It's a defect. It's a genetic defect.
A genetic defect.
It is. But people think it's cute, so hopefully my dimples can get me past the 2 years of talking into relationship status one
let
day.
me tell you.
Because that shit was crazy. Like, so describe talking. What does talking entail? Like, do you go out when you're talking to someone?
Talking is going out. Talking is dating.
Talking is dating.
Without the commitment.
Without the commitment.
That's how I would describe it.
So you did 2 years of dating with no commitment to then find out that he had committed to somebody else.
Absolutely.
You had to write it away.
I had to write it away. Like, you had to throw it away, write it away, get rid of it somehow.
Yeah, you had to get it out of you.
But it's gone. And that's all that really matters.
Yeah, that should look good. Like, I wish you guys could have heard. Like, get the book. I'm going to make sure that, you know.
It'll be in the book.
I'm going to make sure that everybody knows when she wrote this book out, because you've got to, or next time she performs it, if I have to drag her out to just the one little bit that she remembers, you've got to hear this piece. It was super powerful.
Oh,
like it was great, and like y'all sleeping on y'all don't know.
No.
I didn't know. I can't lie. I didn't know. Something about you made me speak. Remember, like because I just randomly said something to you. Like I don't know what it was. Yeah, you just. And
you just never know.
Yeah.
You
and
never know
like,
who anyone is.
Yeah. I was like, so you performing? And you were like, nah. And I was like, yes, you are. Go up there and say something. And you were like, oh, well, maybe. And I thought I was done with this.
I'm so annoying.
Yeah, it was funny. And you were like, because I don't do this. And I told myself I retired from this. And I was like, girl, get on that stage and do your thing. If you got it, go give it.
I did.
And then you came upstairs, and I was like,
that girl.
Yep, that girl right there. She want to go on stage. I was not letting you off the hook. And I know you
Neither was Matt. I was like, Matt, but please. No.
That was funny. So you got it from me. Then you went inside.
I was like,
Matt,
I just
he compounded it.
Like, I don't want to. And he was like, no, come on. And I was like, okay, I guess. He's like, second? I was like, where are the other people? I want to be second. We like 10 last. I'm just kidding.
Right.
But no, it was cool. That was definitely a good time.
It was good. But you know what? You came on like at a good point because because you were doing poetry. Like the beginning was very much about poetry, versus as we moved towards the end of the set, it was more music, more singing, more music. You know, Naila was serious, wasn't she?
Yes.
She came in with the singing, and then she was there playing the
violin. I was like, go girl.
Like, all that.
I love it. I'm here for it. Black girl magic.
Absolutely. You'll be seeing her some more too. Like I got plans for you ladies. We all go eat now.
Here for it.
But no, I was thoroughly impressed, and it was funny because I was so tired, and I had to drag myself out last night. I really did. I was so tired. I literally came from a meeting straight there. That's why I had that little dumbass pink sweater on, because I had to look appropriate.
You're a doctor. It doesn't matter. You can wear what you want. You do what you want, but you're popping. A whole doctor.
Well, I ripped that sweater yesterday, and I didn't notice until I got home.
Oh my God.
I had been walking around with a hole about the size of this pen in the arm, and I remember when I did it. And like there's a little tiny little scratch on my arm. Like I remember when I ripped it. I ripped it on the, the file cabinet drawers.
I remember I did it, but I didn't realize I had been walking around all damn day, because I did that like yesterday morning. I've been walking around all damn day. Nobody told me I had a hole in my sweater.
Rude.
I'm looking all dumb and crazy.
People are literally rude.
I could have easily patched that up. I would have went to 7-Eleven, got me a little sewing kit, turned that arm inside out.
It's cool. I didn't see it. It's fine.
Okay. Well, it was dark, so. And everybody started to drink. So, what would you drink last night?
I just asked for something pink and pretty and girly.
And she just made you
she
something.
Made something.
She made something. It wasn't
yeah,
pretty
I was on
and
my
pink
level by like 10 minutes later.
Yeah. Like, she tried to set me up. You know, my choices were limited, so I asked for Crown Apple and ginger ale. Well, Steve asked for Crown Apple and ginger ale for me. And she poured his drinks and his beer. And then she poured the Crown Apple. She didn't even put no ginger ale in it. There wasn't no ice in it.
So it was straight.
It was just straight.
It was a shot.
And he was like, but it was like a doll shot, you know. It was in a cup. Like, not in a shot. It was in a cup. And then he was like, can she get a little bit more ice? And she was like, oh, I set her all the way up. Hold up. So then she added like 3 cubes of ice and like a spritz of ginger ale.
Oh, no.
So by the time Jahidi came on,
you were good.
I was loose. I was loose by the time Jahidi came on. But I was still very much aware of things when you went on, because I was just starting to sip. And I was like, I am really, really relating. I was not expecting to relate to anything or anybody.
Yeah,
there.
I was like, I don't know what this is about to be. The lip service. You never know. But it was great. It was an awesome time.
It was definitely fun. It was definitely a good time. More of you next time. You guys gotta come, because it was definitely fun. It was worth.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to do it like a second one, because that was cool.
We talked about it last night. We're thinking maybe December.
Okay. So, like right around the corner.
Yeah. So we'll keep everybody posted for that. But yeah. Oh my gosh. You're so bossy. Nikki is so bossy. Let me just put it out there to the listeners. Nikki is bossy. There's a way you hold up a piece of paper. You could be like, but this is Nikki. Right. That was better. She's telling me how long I had before commercial. She's all like, and then she puts it down, and then proceeds on laughing at whatever conversation is happening outside of the studio. Like, she out there having a good time, and then she just stopped laughing. I'm like, what is that? Like, where is our Scorpio unity? You know, like, you are surrounded by Scorpios. All of us.
There was a time where I only attracted Scorpios. Like myself.
What's your sign?
I don't want to talk about it.
What's your sign? Tell me.
Gemini.
You're a Gemini. Oh, you're a Gemini.
Yeah. That's what it is.
You can handle a Scorpio.
Yeah.
It's more so.
They're very intense, though.
Okay. They are very intense. Well, before I go into a new subject, since she was so kind enough to tell me that we needed to take a break, we'll take a break and pay these bills. We'll be right back with Salacious Live.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Just a bit outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is. You know, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, you know, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, they're losing right now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this flashback from Talk Lately with Monty only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
All is well. I was just talking, I heard you talking about the climate and everything. So what do you think is like signs of the times?
Yeah, it could be.
No, it's not signs. I don't believe God is a woman. She ain't coming back no time soon. She's taking her time.
I like your thinking. She's a woman.
Say it again.
I said I like your thinking. She's a woman. She's smart.
Yeah, she's a woman. Women won't take their time. The thing is, you shouldn't be ready for God to come back. You should just get yourself ready. Period.
True. Be prepared.
Always.
I gotta make sure I go buy a boat this weekend then, because these floods ain't no joke.
Buy a boat.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna flood the city. If it do flood the city, maybe it wash away some of this crime.
But look, I live in Federal Hill. I live right next to the water. I'm next.
Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. You be next. You buy your boat. Federal Hill need to go down anyway. Trailer trash down. I've been down there for years. I don't understand why black people would move to Federal Hill. That's where they was hanging people at.
Cause it's better. What?
Hello?
Yeah, I gotta go to break. I thank you for your call though.
Don't thank me. Thank them white people you live next door to.
I will as soon as I get home to make sure she sweeps up front because I'm on it.
Perfect. You better hope they ain't got no damn rope in their backyard because they hanging us.
Oh gosh, in Federal Hill, we don't have no trees.
They're gonna hang you from the porch. There ain't gotta be no trees.
A porch. All right, thank you. Damn, they hanging us. We'll be right back.
All this and much more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately with Money. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
They can't last nobody, did it? What's that? No, we're back. We had 3-tier edible birthday cake at my birthday party. Everybody seemed to enjoy partaking just a little bit. I don't really, because we don't really do nothing but radio. We talk and we laugh a lot, and we drink lots of wine. We don't really do anything. So since it was Scorpio season, we figured we'd push the envelope just a little bit, just once a year. Once a year, let's push the envelope and have a little bit more fun. Y'all never talk about cancers. I'm Salacious too, damn it. That was Steve.
Hey, Steve.
We did talk about cancers. It was just it happened to be during the break. But we think that cancers are great, Steve.
Lovely.
They're lovely.
Lovely.
We think that cancers could be a little bit more forgiving and
a little less emotional.
But other than that, cancers are great. I love you. I think you're great. He's one of my best friends. For real. We be in that house having a good time. I'll be in my room and he be in his room. We be screaming at each other. He scared me. Yes, I'm telling the whole world now, Steven, because I did not like this. He scared. So we were watching YouTube videos, right? He was showing me like scary YouTube videos. He's showing me stuff about paranormal activity. Yeah, all right. So then I'm like, I'm tired. I gotta go to bed. I think I had to work the next day, or my son was there. I don't know what it was. I had to get up the next morning, so I went to bed, and all of a sudden, this video starts playing on my TV in my room. This scary ass video. So I'm like, I'm half asleep. I'm turning it off. So, all right, I turned it off. Right. I was like, what the fuck? I must have rolled over on my remote. That's what I'm thinking. I didn't think anything of it. Right. I snuggle back in and I get up. And it starts to play again.
No, wait, stop. Why is Steve playing these games?
I didn't know it was Steve, though.
No, but wait, why would he do that?
Because that's Steve, right?
It's not funny.
He thinks things are funny. And in hindsight, I can see why he would think it was funny. But when it was happening to me,
why is that funny?
I thought we had a serious hate in the house. Like, I was getting ready to smudge. Like, I was like, what the hell? And the second time, I couldn't, because I was even more asleep.
Right.
I couldn't get it to go off. So then he sends it a third time, and I got it quick to shut off. And I'm like, I'm sitting up in my bed, like.
Wait, how did he do that?
Well, my door was, I'll tell you, my door was closed, right? So I'm saying, like, what the fuck is going on? Right? Like, what is going on? Libras are dope. We talked about Libras on the on the break too. I'm like, what the hell is this, right? So finally, I hear him say, "Why won't you watch the whole video?" And I knew he was sending the video. Because I thought...
He can send it to your TV?
Because we have Wi-Fi throughout the house, and all the TVs are connected to the Wi-Fi. So he just sent it to my TV. Girl, that's a cancer for you. I thought I was going to kill him, but I was too damn tired. And see, that's what I get for being lazy and not turning my TV off. Like, I was going to let it just turn off on its own. Yeah, that's my... Now, I get my black ass up and turn the TV off so that he don't scare the shit out of me. So anyway, that's a cancer for you. Libras are dope, but I always have a hard time with Libras because they're so romantic, and I'm more salacious than I am romantic. Like, I like romance and all that good stuff, but you know, I'd rather things be a little bit more raunchy. As ODB used to say, raunchy. That's my thing. Shout out to Libras. Yeah, X, shout out to you. And Naomi. Yeah, I have Libras. But it's still Scorpio season, so we're going to stay focused on me and my fellow Scorpios for a little bit longer. And how to get over bad breakups in a constructive way, like writing them. You ever, you know, I think about like, what was it? There was like so many singers write songs, you know, about their breakups and make millions off of those songs. And I'm thinking like that might be what you looking for.
And I was like, my phone's about to die. Oh, I can use one? Oh, great.
There's plenty of outlets.
How lovely.
Do you have a charger cord?
That's what I was looking for, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say,
like, can you pay attention? Okay.
No. Like, it's cool. No, I just saw you digging. I was like, what is she digging
What
for?
are you looking for?
Don't be making those faces. Scorpios are wonderful. Everybody loves us.
There we go.
Oh. Where'd you get that cord?
Marshalls, $10.
Yeah.
Because all my other cords do that weird turtleneck thing. And this one is holding on strong.
Yeah. This one hasn't done it yet.
Okay.
I've had this cord for about a year. I'm surprised it hasn't. But this one came with my S7 phone. And it seems to be stronger than the older cords. Because like the cord that came with my son's iPhone, it seems to be just so flimsy. Like, this one actually feels thicker. You know, it feels like an Android cord, you know. But since I got to deal with both Android and iPhone, because I can't choose. I know, my son likes to sing that damn song at
childish.
Me. Huh?
I'm very childish.
No, my son goes like, I can't even remember how it goes.
Phones, one for the plug, one for the load.
Something like that.
Something like that, okay.
Like he says, he grabs my phone. Like he don't have his own, and he sings the damn song.
That's cute. Aww.
The rest of the year needs some love too. The rest of the year do get love. I love everybody. Yes. You know, I'm a very loyal, loving person. We're Valentine's Day babies, and we were created out of love, you know, or at least out of some serious ass lust. So, like, you know, Scorpios are amazing people, but we tend to love everybody, you know, until you give us a reason not to. Then you're dead to us. It's like you never existed.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we just forget that you ever existed. You know, we just cut you off like, oh, it's not. We don't have nothing against you. You're just no longer in our space. It's like you never existed. Maybe that's our constructive way of getting over a breakup.
Yeah.
You know, we compartmentalize. You stay over here in this junk drawer of people that we don't fuck with anymore.
Pretty much.
And if I see you on the street, I mean, like, I've actually seen myself, I've done it, I've seen other Scorpios too. We will literally walk past somebody like, we have never met you.
Who are you?
Who are you? And we was just fucking for 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who you are. Like, hi, I'm Wren. What was your name again? Right.
Never seen you before.
I don't know you.
You don't look familiar. You're from around here?
Right. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. Well, definitely keep me abreast of, you know, the things you're working on. Because, like, those 2 pieces last night, I was, like, all up in that. I was like, oh, yeah. Where'd she come from? Like, Are you from Baltimore?
I am from Baltimore. I grew up in like Randallstown.
So from Baltimore County.
It's the same.
Well, apparently not. Like, I've been told, because I mean, I was not. I grew up in the city. You know, like when I came to Maryland, and I went to high school out in the county, and I was told very clearly that there was a difference between saying you were from Baltimore and being from Baltimore County.
There's like East and West.
Yeah, the East Side, West Side thing. Like, so me and Steve both just left the West Side and we moved to the East Side, and it's very different.
I just moved from Parkville, which is like East County.
Yeah,
and I just moved to like up the street from where the venue was last night, West.
Why?
I don't know. I mean,
what, you needed some hood in your life?
You
like
know, just a little bit. But our house is like super cute. Like, you would never know. Like, our block is super quiet.
Yeah.
You would never know.
No, I mean, so funny. When I lived in Maryland, as a teenager, I lived right around the corner from there, from where you.
And it wasn't like that though, was it?
No,
it was. No, it was the same.
But the block was nice. That we grew up in. Nikki lived in the same block with me. Like, the block we lived in was nice, but all around it.
Yeah, no, that's how it is with us. Because with my cousin and I, we were like, no, looking around, and I was like, no, this house is super cute, 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. We can make this work. Because bathrooms are important.
Bathrooms,
you can't just share one bathroom.
You can't have one bathroom. Like, because I have a thing about hair on the sink.
In the sink.
Like, I have a serious thing about that. So I'm like constantly, I got this big huge thing of Lysol wipes. Like, it's a big one, like the big one that you can almost hug. And I'm constantly wiping out the sinks. Like, our sinks have no shine to them anymore because I've Lysol the wipe. I've wiped all the everything because I can't stand hair in the sink. Like, even when my son brushes his hair is like, you know, that long. But every so often, one of them loose strands, I'm like, boy, see that?
Get it out of there.
Get it out of the sink. Wet a tissue. Get it out the sink. I'm funny. No, you gotta have bathrooms, especially if you got more than one woman in the house.
Yes.
You gotta have more than one bathroom.
And then it's a one in the basement for company or anybody, any visitors. You just go in the basement. There's a shower down there for you too.
Ooh.
Super cute. Super cute. For like decorating. It's all cute now.
It's all cute. You like decorating?
And like Pinterest and stuff.
Yeah.
Show you my wall. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's fun.
Got any new vision boards up?
No vision boards.
No vision boards?
No. That's my wall I painted.
Oh, shit.
Dramatic. My bed's all cute now, and it wasn't cute when I first moved in.
Yeah, no, but shit.
It's
I
so
wish you guys
easy.
could, like, that is super, like,
it's so easy too.
It looks like something like out of a home and garden magazine. Like, it really does.
And it's the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. And I don't know anything. I mean, I worked in the paint department at Home Depot when I was like 19.
But I mean, that's something. You know something.
I can tell you some finishes.
Not all of us worked in my favorite store, Home Depot. It's so bad. I be telling people how to find things at Home Depot. I've never worked there. I know where everything is.
That's how it was with the grocery store around my old neighborhood because I grew up out there.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, aisle 5. They'd be like, you work here? No, but I've been coming
I've just been coming since my whole life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Home Depot, like, oh, well, you just need a 1/4 inch this, 1/8 inch that. And then people were like,
okay.
And they're like, you work here? Nah, I came in here to get some masking tape. Like, nah, I don't know. I came in here to get some glue.
Gorilla glue. Yes. Oh my God, yes. I need to do some spray paint.
I love spray painting.
Finish painting this weekend.
I haven't done any projects since I moved, but I think I will. My room is really pretty colored, so I think I might do something.
I need to paint my bathroom because it's like this dandelion yellow.
I like dandelion yellow for a bathroom.
It wasn't working for me.
It's not.
We had to like the dramatic areas. I know. I wanted like the Victoria's Secret wall, the red and pink stripes. That was my vision for the bathroom.
That's seriously dramatic. I hope it's not a getting overbreak. Oh, because we got off a topic. We started talking about bathrooms. We really did went on a tangent. Right, and I'm getting ready to end the show, so yeah, let's come back full circle. So, back to my notes and my doodles here, because I started doodling.
Okay.
So we talked about writing, and I guess when you're a singer, you write it just like you did, and you performed it away. Because I really feel like you wrote it, but you performed it away, if that makes any sense. Because like as you were performing, you got it out, you felt better, you processed, you reflected, and then, you know, last night you was good, you know, like, and it ain't, honestly speaking, it ain't take you that long, considering you was with him 2 years, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's, like, 6 months is not that bad.
When it first happened, I thought it was going to be forever.
Well, of course, because everything feels like...
I'd never felt that before. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to cry, I'm going to be sad forever, I'm never going to smile again. Like, drama, I'm dramatic, very dramatic.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm never going to smile again, like, I'm never going to date again. Coming back with a vengeance.
That's funny.
Just wait for it.
So, that's funny. I definitely didn't feel that way. In any of my breakups, like, it's never going to get better.
It's fine.
You know, I've laughed that hard that I thought I was actually going to die from laughter, but I've never cried that hard that I thought I was going to, like, never be happy again. So I mean, well, writing seems to be a very good way to get over a breakup. So you performed it away. You wrote and performed. You know, I know singers who write songs and then perform it away. You know, I haven't had many like horrible breakups, but the one or two I had, I danced it away.
Oh.
You know, I just turned on the most seductive music I could possibly find, whatever made me feel beautiful and sexy and strong and whatever. I danced it away. You know, I wish I was like better at like salacious movements, like salacious, like stripper dancing, because then I would have really like went in.
Well, just twerk it away.
I don't got no ass to be twerking with. I told you, white wall.
Hey, work that lower back. Pop that lower back.
That lower back.
That lower back.
It's gonna be like twerk, like a piece of paper twerking. It's gonna be like.
It's fine.
That is not okay.
It's all muscle control.
I have plenty of muscle control.
So control the muscles and make it work.
So we're going to twerk it away. So, all right, so we're making a list here. You can write it away.
You can twerk it away.
You can twerk it away. You can sing it away.
You can sing it away. You can sleep it away.
You can sleep it away. But see, that's not constructive. Yeah, I'm scared that if you go to sleep, like you know, you go into one of those depressions where you're just like laying in the bed for like ever.
Right.
Like that's not gonna work.
You got a point.
So I don't think we should sleep it away. Okay. I don't think you should eat it away either.
But you
know
can
how,
cook it away.
But you could cook it away.
Because you can just pretend that all the ingredients are him, and you make sure you mix it up
and just
real
really
good.
saute the fuck out of it. Yes, cook
like
it away.
Cook it away.
I will cook it away. That's something I would do. Like that would be a good one.
Have a bonfire with your friends. Write his name on there. Have a bonfire. Just throw it away.
Throw it away. Burn it away.
Burn it away.
But don't burn yourself.
Yeah, no. And don't get burned in the process.
And don't get burned in the process.
I mean that in many ways.
Right. Like, so don't go having sex and burn it away. You know, because that's not a good thing. Yes. No. Commercial. Oh, okay. I guess I gotta take a break. She don't.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's see.
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, you know, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his
I didn't even say that. That's kind of
called me a coon, but it's
coon?
like I like you. It's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday. I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. You know, if you're going to jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, you know, she was basically, she was bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You gotta say, it's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. As soon as she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
now we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, you know, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. You know her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holiday money, honey. I don't know what this, it might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holiday money, but me personally, I feel as though, you know, like I said, once I kind of came out, and even being on this show, because I'm pretty sure the headline says Trump supporter, I'm putting a lot of myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
The door was open, so we were talking to our fearless leader, and I said, Bonnie, what's another good way of getting over a breakup? And he graciously decided to come in and explain his favorite way of getting over.
I miss my mic.
You've been on hiatus. Like Talk Lately has coming back in January, right?
No, the last week of November.
Oh, you're gonna do the last week of November.
One show.
Right. We're all doing that one show before the.
Yeah, I'm off.
Christmas
I took off for the rest of December, though.
Right. Okay, well, y'all listen out for Money on Tuesday. That would be the 28th
at 7 p.m.
October at 7 p.m. for the Talk Lately show. But real quick, he's going to tell us his way.
You asked me what would be a positive way to get over a breakup.
Right.
The most positive way to get over a breakup would be to get under someone else if you're talking about for yourself.
Right. It wouldn't be a good thing on the other person.
No.
But it would be.
But we're not worried about them anymore because we've broken up.
Well, I mean, not the old person. I'm talking about the new person. Like the person.
The new person doesn't even need to know what happened in the past.
Oh. Okay.
Not at this point because we're getting under you.
Right.
So
we already
have a point. We have a point to this.
Right.
And that's to get under you. Now, if we move forward in a relationship, then I'll tell you about the past.
Right.
So I don't make those mistakes again.
But does that person that you're getting up under end up being like the rebound person? Like, it's hard to have a relationship with that person later. Like, they're always going to be mostly a sex partner, right?
Not necessarily, because when you intertwine sex with a new person, it's always going to be some kind of emotional stance in there in the first place.
Yeah, maybe. Sex is
sex. Not all. I don't think so. Ew. I'm sorry, it's just me. Maybe it's me.
That's okay. Some people are more like you than they are like me.
I'm a germaphobe, so it can't just be sex.
Yeah. You need I need to like you.
Right.
To be
What's under there? I need to know.
Like you coming with, see, the way I Lysol wipe out the sink, he be Lysol wiping out people's.
Exactly.
Like, to make sure this is clean.
Is this a mole?
It's a mole. Have you had this checked?
Are you sure?
Can I see
paperwork?
Can I see paperwork? Can I see paperwork?
So I got it.
Because I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need
serious
to know.
about it.
No. So, yeah, I guess I can see how getting up under somebody else can be a positive
Now, if you're worried
thing.
about that person that you've broken up with feelings, you're not ready to move on in the first place.
True that.
So anything that you would do to try to get over somebody, you're not ready.
Right.
You didn't have your plan in motion.
You hadn't, like, and sometimes, but breakups can be abrupt. Like, you don't always plan on it happening.
Then you didn't get closure anyway.
Right.
So you're not really even broken up.
You're not even broken up. Like,
you're still holding on.
Yeah.
They may have moved on, but you're still holding on.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Literally, he popped right in on this live. I'm literally just going to end it now. Why would he just pop up there? Like, my page is, like, not private. So he just popped up in there.
We gotta write it away.
But I'm fine. Like, it's okay.
Right.
I should just let him see me flourishing. It's okay.
Mimi, you're right. It is a hard process. And yes, X, your ideas of focusing on improving yourself.
I thought Mimi was supposed to be here.
I haven't heard from Mimi. Usually Mimi's here.
She told me she was on her way.
Mimi, like, what's up with that? I haven't seen you since my birthday.
That means she lied.
Ooh.
She's sick anyway. Tell your sick ass away.
Oh, no. Mimi, if you're sick, be sick over there. And I will see you soon.
I'm glad because I left my little can of Lysol home.
Right.
I don't got time.
You had me laughing so hard with that shit on Facebook.
I'm serious. Let's see how clean my nails
like,
are.
oh my gosh.
I'm serious about it.
It was like a little can of disinfectant spray. Like a little. I mean, it was little. Like you could fit it in.
Just a travel can.
Oh, he was like, I found it.
I go everywhere with them.
Yes.
Well, Mimi, get better. We're sending you all the love and light from Salacious Life.
Flu season.
Ugh.
And I'm unapologetic about it.
Right. Shields.
Eggline.
Shields. Right.
I heard that forever. Shields.
Shields to infinity.
I got shields.
I got shields.
Ooh, childish.
Thank you. Thank you. She did it nicely this time instead of just being like, Well, I am going to wrap up this show. So, with your next, can
you give her an extra minute real quick? Because I want to say something else real quick.
Oh.
Because, as Scorpios, breaking up is easier for us.
Yeah, because
we're emotional creatures. But I can tell you, and probably a week ago, 2 weeks ago, let me give it 2 weeks ago, I was in a situation where it was over. I cried one night, and I'm all good.
Right, like that was.
It's just that easy for me. I don't know about all like, Scorpios. No, it's just that easy.
It's that easy. Yeah, we're all on the we're on the general because it really is that easy. Like.
I noticed that we usually have to fake like it's longer.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's an emotional attachment.
Yeah, because other people will look at us like we lost our mind.
And then you ready to go out? You ready?
Like,
you got your shoes away?
Like, I'm like, ready to go. We broke up yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all, who bringing the wine? I'm cooking.
Okay.
Like,
exactly.
Like, he ain't gonna be there.
No.
this week. He not gonna make it this week. But we good. You know.
But we do have the weak moments though when that person comes around.
Yeah.
And it like flares up.
Yeah, because we really have to put you in the compartment.
But then that's as soon as you leave the picture, though, it's over again.
It's over again. But even though I've literally walked past people that I broke up with, and they were dead to me.
I don't know about y'all, but I know for me it's like when it comes back, it's kind of like, oh, I gotta have the last say. So then you like jump back in there and then you remove yourself.
Like to try to, yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But you know what? I've learned something, and maybe I can share this with my fellow Scorpios, because this was a hard lesson for me. A lot of times, I can't even say sometimes, a lot of times, it's better to know you're right than prove you're right.
Mm-hmm. I always know I'm right.
You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm right with certain things, but is it really worth the argument? Because is it really worth our fire? Because a Scorpio fire is a hot one. You know what I mean? Is it really worth all that? Yeah. Like, is it really even worth all that? Sometimes it's just better to just be like, you know what? You stupid. I'm smart.
You know what I learned though?
I'm big. You're small. Like,
what I've learned through this experience is that I'm on a reality show, right? I'm on a reality show, and I should have had the cameras there at all times.
Your reality
this
show
was
be
a
serious.
wasted.
One thing you better stop hitting that table.
I'm sorry. This was a wasted, a very, very, very wasted experience these past 3 months, and I wasted it, and it was good television.
It was, yeah. Because I mean, I got to be privy to some of the inside stuff that our listeners don't know about, and Then there's the stuff, the random thoughts that hit Facebook. And when you know what the background to that random thought is, you just be in there like, I mean, I almost fell down the steps one day fucking around reading this post.
I seen one today or yesterday. I was just like, oh, okay.
The one about I quit. I don't want to play this game no more.
I saw that one.
Not from you.
Oh.
Oh.
Like, we could have really been all in love or something like that.
Yeah.
Who said that? Let me find out. Because how did I miss out? Oh.
Oh, shit. Wow.
I removed myself from the situation.
Yes.
Is how I missed out.
We will remove ourselves. Oh my God, Scorpio, blah, blah, blah. Oh, just kidding. Because I was going to say, we will come get you, X. Like, we know where you live. We invading. No, the show's over.
Yeah,
all right.
Good. I'm good.
Well,
thank you for the minute.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening. You know the good stuff. Love life. Be brave. Live unapologetically. Good night.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging.